right, so we didn't do a whole lot today. It's still, the weather's just been crazy. It's been snowing off and on. At times pretty hard it's been snowing. The wind's been blowing and it's been trying to rain, but mainly snowing, so it's just not been a good day for doing anything, which we kind of figured that's the way it was going to be today anyway. So fortunately, I do have a couple clips from a week ago maybe that I didn't post in a video that I think I'll go ahead and put them in this video, just if you're anything like me, just to kind of get your fix of vlogging type stuff. Like I said, yesterday we had a sell day, so it was a pretty slow day. I was actually supposed to have a meeting this afternoon in regards to Timber Tracker, and that got canceled and postponed, so it's really been one of those days that hasn't been good for anything. Today's been a worthless day, useless day. I'm actually out in the Jeep right now. I'm doing a little Jeeping. Kind of driving back through the old stomping grounds here. So we'll go ahead and put on there. I'll tie those video clips in here. Like I said, they're from a week ago or so. It's just stuff I had and I didn't use, and I didn't ever delete it. So at least there's a little bit of something on there. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in the mix. How about that? Let's watch those. All right, Prentice is running. Time to go drag some wood. Got her sitting there warming up. We're gonna move it. Oh, it might be. It's probably only actually a half mile straight as the crow flies, but it's probably more like a 3/4 mile drive, maybe a mile drive over there around the dirt road, because it kind of winds and zigs and zags. So we're gonna go over there and start dragging. Kenny's here today, so him and Dad will be on the ground. We've got to pull and push some trees too, away from the fence, stuff that we didn't cut yesterday because it was probably going to fall back towards that fence. So we'll get that taken care of too. We'll probably work till about 11:30 or noon today, because I've got an appointment in the afternoon to look at timber, and I do a lot of that. A lot of times I'll at least try to work a half day, and then I'll try to break away in the afternoons for my appointments to look at timber. Then there's some days where my whole day is just looking at timber. So every day is different. It varies every day. But it takes a lot of wood to keep us in work, so I spend a lot of time driving, which, I mean, that's why I've got that little 4Runner. It's all-wheel drive, gets around really good, gets good mileage. So when I'm on the road looking at timber, I usually take it rather than my diesel truck, just so I don't put as many miles on my diesel, and like I said, better fuel economy. But that's today's plans. Like I said, log in the morning, look at timber in the afternoon. Of course, today and tomorrow they're calling for more strong wind, so it'll probably work out good that way. There's really not any wind right now, but it will probably pick up here shortly. So we're gonna jump on here and go drag some logs. So let's go get them out. So I get a lot of people, they ask me questions. I mean, I get all kinds of questions, but I've had a few people ask me about the Prentice here in the last few days or few weeks, whatever. I do like this skidder. I like it a lot. For what we do, it's almost too big. The skidder spends a lot of its time sitting on our equipment yard, because we're rarely ever on a job anymore big enough to where we really need it. Because it's a big skidder. It's hard to move. Like anything, these big 6-cylinder engines, they drink a lot more diesel than the little 4-cylinders. Now this has got a 5.9 Cummins 6-cylinder, which that's not a big engine. They can turn them up to fairly decent horsepower, but it's not a super big engine, but it does drink a lot of fuel. But you've got a big machine running hydraulic pumps, bigger pumps. I mean, that's like on this job, we can get out here, we can pull these trees tops and all, and that makes it handy. You never have to get off. It's a lot faster. So that's that's one little thing about the Prentice here. Like I said, it's a good machine. It needs a set of windows, as you can tell, because they're all scratched up. But it's a good machine. I love it. I bought it for the money, put some money back into it to fix it up a little bit. We've had good luck with it. Well, guys, that's probably it for today. I'm back in my Toyota here, and it's right about noon, about lunchtime. So it's time to take lunch anyway. Buzzards are already back. That's a good sign. Spring's here. Wasn't much for a winter, which has really affected log prices. Honestly has. But yeah, guys, I've got to look at timber this afternoon down south of here. So I think Dad and Kenny they're going to come back for a while, and they're going to cut a few more, because we still got several over there in that grove where we're at. So they're going to come back and cut some more and get them on the ground, get them ready for tomorrow. And I'm going to go look at timber. So that's just part of the group effort there, what it takes to keep things running. You know, it's a go on all fronts. But man, guys, I can't thank you all enough for watching along. I enjoy reading the comments every day. I try to get back to everybody. I don't always do a good job of it, because, you know, anymore it's we're getting overwhelmed with comments. You know, I mean, and I enjoy it, I do, but I get a lot of comments, and I try to get back to a lot of them. And I appreciate a lot of you guys that watch the videos every day religiously. I mean, it means a lot. It really does. There's always something. My mind just racing, scatterbrain. But yeah, well, I mean, I'll go ahead and leave off with my usual. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share the videos, comment. Find us on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. That's the name of that thing. Instagram, Facebook at Turner Logging LLC, and of course the Turner Logging website, turnerloggingllc.com. You can find a link to our channel at timbertracker.net. I think that's about it, guys. So as always, thank you, and we will be back tomorrow with more awesome, cool, excellent, fun, super adventurous logging, filming footage. So guys, thank you very much as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you later. So days like today, when I'm not logging, I get bored easy. I get bored and I get restless real easy. And I do stupid things like buy a Jeep. But I'm actually not too far from where I grew up. Like I said, the home I spent most of my childhood and teenage years in, my adolescence, whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of times I grew up. I was lucky enough to grow up not too far from the river. Of course, I grew up trapping and hunting arrowheads and coon hunting. That's just how I was brought up. I was raised with my grandparents, so I had kind of a little different upbringing than most. We're down here at a place, we called this, growing up, we always called it the bean field. And actually, right there where you can see all that mess, and there's a grain silo there. And I'll show you all that river bottom there. The river's way down there. Actually, there's one tributary that runs in right over there, but the big river, it's on down there. Way down there. But used to right here, we used to have a lot of parties right here when I was out of high school. And, you know, all this bunch of country kids, hillbillies, whatever you want to call us, we'd come down here, and this is where we'd have a bonfire, and, you know, we'd have a few beverages, probably more than we should have, but we were young. It was fun. It did just stuff every kid does, I guess. You know, it's part of growing up. I don't regret one bit of it. I honestly don't. And I don't even know which way I'm turning here. Don't even know where I'm going. But it was fun. Well, like I said, I grew up hunting arrowheads. I mean, that was my favorite thing to do in the world, was hunt arrowheads. And me and my dad, we've got a pretty impressive arrowhead collection. And it's just, you know, I started young. I think I was probably 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old, when I started collecting arrowheads. And it was just something me and my dad did. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time down here in the river bottom, just looking for arrowheads and down on the river. And from time to time, I still like to, but it's hard to find time to do it anymore. That and trapping, I used to live to trap. And I don't get a trap like I used to anymore. I wish I did, but when you grow up, the older you get, the harder it is to find time to do the things you want to do. And trapping is just one of those. But this little creek right here, used to trap beaver off this little creek. There used to be a heck of a beaver dam, like right in there when I was a kid, that one winter. And it took me all winter, but I caught that rascal. It was my first beaver I ever caught. Like I said, it only took me all winter to do it. I was young and didn't know any better. But it was fun, and I went on, used to trap coyotes and bobcats out of that big bottom back through there. Used to hunt arrowheads in there too. And we went on to cut some really good walnut timber off that little creek there. And about a mile as the creek flows down there, that creek runs into the big river. When I say the big river, the Sac River here at Stockton, it's a pretty good sized river. It's actually the river that makes up Stockton Lake. So I mean, it's a large river, flows a lot of water. But growing up, I just spent a tremendous amount of time on that river. And man, that was life. I love being on the river. It don't matter if it's Sac River, James River, Osage River. Go down to the southeastern part of the state, the current Jacks Forks River, 11 Point River, Niangua River, Gasconade, all of them, man. I've worked on a lot of those rivers, and I love getting to be on them. It's just, that's part of who I am, part of growing up, and I absolutely love it. But there's actually, I noticed the other day driving down through here, I'll see if I can get the old window down. It's slow on the old heap here. Look at that beaver dam there. That's a pretty good beaver dam. I really haven't got out to inspect it any, and which, like I said, I love the trapping anymore. It's out of season now, but they won't be here next season. They'll come in here and they'll log. I call it logging. They'll come in here and they'll log out everything on the creek, and they'll move on back to the river, I'm sure. Or we'll have a big rain that'll bust that dam out, which ain't uncommon here. So I was gonna say something else. I don't remember what it was. Not growing up on the river, but yeah. Anyway, this Jeep, man, it's nice. Used to have had a four-wheeler, and then I'd always had little Toyota pickups. I don't have any of that anymore. So this Jeep, I can kind of get around good again. It's, man, that goes about anywhere so far as I can tell. And gets around good. And it's a fun toy. But man, like I said, being on the river, that's where it's at. In the summertime, when we ain't doing a whole lot of logging, you can catch me on the river, man. That's where I want to be. I want to be on the river floating, sitting on the gravel bar, just hanging out with everybody. It don't get no better than that. It was a good place to grow up, back here in the hills and hollers. Of course, I lived down in Springfield for a short stint, and I still am kind of back and forth between here and there a lot. I do like Springfield, I do, because it's big enough to have everything you need and want to do pretty much, but at the same time, it's not too big. In 5 minutes, you can be right back in the country. We do a lot of work around Springfield, cut a lot of timber down there. Easy Jeep. But I do love it down there, and I like it here at home too. So really, Southwest Missouri, it's a great place to grow up. I sure like it, I know that. Oh, got some dogs. I stopped and talked to my aunt real quick. She lives right here in this house, so I stopped and talked to her. Boom. Creep up the hill here. But I guess that's it for today. I think we're gonna try to be back in the woods tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a break in this weather. The job we're on, it's going pretty good so far. I think as of now we've cut over 2 sales. I think we've cut right at 42,000 feet of walnut. So it's going pretty good. We've got several on the ground we need to get drug out now, so get out there. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll drag tomorrow with this And it's not that it's wet, because it's super dry here right now, but what'll happen is it'll be, with this snow and a little bit of rain, it'll be greasy. We sure don't want to tear the ground up out there at the ranch, so I don't know if we'll drag tomorrow or not. We might give it a day to kind of just settle. Then what's it today? Then we'll probably go back in Thursday, Friday, then drag then. So if 2 or 3 of us are cutting tomorrow, then we get a bunch more laid on the ground, then we can go in there Thursday and Friday with those grapple skidders, and we can get some logs out in a hurry then. So that's probably what we'll try to do. But hopefully, like I said, we'll have a video tomorrow, some action video anyway, instead of just me out messing around. Since I never work anyway, you know, I just film. I'm just a cameraman's all I am. So, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you next time.